Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund.
Welcome to Beyond the Badge, a program about the inner workings of the Edina Police Department. Thanks for joining us. I'm Officer Brian Hubbard. The man who burglarized several homes in Edina is behind bars. Last month, Hennepin County District Court Judge Gina Brandt sentenced chronic burglar Stewart Eugene Pesheck to 114 months in prison. The positive outcome is a result of outstanding police work from several Metro police agencies, including Edina and Eden Prairie. These agencies collaborated with the Hennepin County Attorney's Office to build a strong case against Pesheck, who had burglarized upscale homes in communities across the metro area over several years. Due to his criminal history, Pesheck qualified as a career offender, which allowed the prosecution to ask for an enhanced sentence.
To say that justice is served is sort of a tough question, because I don't think in a settlement like this, like a plea negotiation, you never feel that you got what you wanted. But in this case, we feel that he's going to be in prison for 9.5 years, which is substantially above what the guidelines call for, that we feel that that was a fair settlement.
Pesheck pled guilty to 4 counts of burglary in the second degree and 1 count of attempted burglary in the second degree. Additional charges were dismissed as a condition of the plea agreement. Restitution for those charges was included as part of the sentence. In total, Pesheck received 5 sentences to be served concurrently, the most significant being the 114-month prison sentence. He also was ordered to pay restitution of more than $30,000. Though 1 chronic burglar is behind bars, the city of Edina has experienced an outbreak of auto and home burglaries in northwest Edina. The suspects have primarily targeted unlocked homes and vehicles, looking to steal anything of value, from iPods, sporting equipment, and purses, to cell phones and personal mail. The Edina Police Department has increased patrol in the area and is urging residents to call 911 if they see or hear anything suspicious.
The end result of someone's mail being stolen or cell phone being stolen is having your identity stolen. Once someone steals your cell phone, if they are smart enough, they can access your entire personal life.
The Edina Police Department reminds viewers that many thefts are crimes of opportunity. Even taking simple measures to secure your private property can be a powerful deterrent to criminals. In one recent burglary attempt, a suspect gained access to a porch by slitting a screen, but when confronted by a locked front door, left the property empty-handed. Last month, we told you about Nite, a national crime prevention awareness event designed to give neighbors the opportunity to get to know one another and to form positive relationships between residents and local police and firefighters. In addition to the upwards of 100 block parties that will take place throughout the community, the Edina Police Department will host its own Night to Unite event featuring a meet and greet with the officers. The event will take place on Tuesday, August 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Rosland Park. Residents can enjoy complimentary beverages and appetizers. Goodie bags and games will be provided for the children. Attendees can take advantage of the opportunity to learn crime prevention tips from officers and ask relevant questions.
Generally a good way for the community to interact with the police department, the community being the eyes and ears of the police department, and they're able to talk to us. We're able to communicate to them about needs that they might have. They're able to talk to us about issues or questions, and I think it helps get things straightened out or hear about things that are going on in the city.
All Edina residents are invited regardless of whether or not there's already a block party in their neighborhood. Have you ever wondered why officers leave their parked squad cars running when unattended? Most people don't think of it as such, but an officer's vehicle is not just a mode of transportation, but a mobile office, and patrol officers spend much of their shift inside of it. Let's go over to Officer Aaron White as he talks to Chief Jeff Long about the evolution of the squad car and the role it plays in an officer's work.
Thanks, Brian. We're out in Edina today along Eden Avenue to talk to Chief of Police Jeff Long. Jeff, thanks for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
You know, you're writing a blog now. How's the world of blogging treating you?
Well, this is a new experience for me, but what it does is it gives me an opportunity to put some things out there that people don't normally think about and answer a lot of questions that people will have and may be afraid to ask.
Well, a recent blog entry interested me. I thought it would be a good thing to talk about on the show, and that is about these squad cars. It's unseasonably warm summer. In fact, it's not exactly cool standing here today.
No.
And one of the complaints, let's be honest, it's often in the form of a complaint, is people see these squad cars out in the community with the engines running, idling out at a call or in front of a building, no officer to be found. In your blog, you kind of address that, and what an opportunity to punctuate that on a hot 90-degree day.
Yeah, this is a topic that's been going on for quite some time, and with the unseasonably hot weather, I think people are noticing the squad cars running more, and so I've been fielding a lot of calls, and I thought it'd be a great opportunity to tell people why we're doing it, and it's not just a squad car anymore, and I think that's the first thing that I always try to tell people, is it's not the old Squad 54 that we just have a little red light to turn on. These are actually mobile offices now with a lot of technology and a lot of battery-powered equipment that we need,
Sure.
life-saving equipment.
Sure, medical emergency, we don't want to turn the key and find out the battery is dead, the radio, the computers, and there is a lot of technology. We've had the cameras in the squads a little bit on this show in the past. It really is a lot going on in there.
It's kind of a domino effect, because with all the technology, we have to power the technology. And so we do have specialized batteries, and in our parking garage, we plug the squads in so they don't have to run all the time. But if we turn off the cars, there's still going to be a draw. Even when you turn off the equipment, there's still a small power draw that can kill the car batteries.
And I think hopefully that helps some people better understand it. We can maybe put it to rest a little bit. We're not trying to kill the environment here, but rather we want to make sure we're able to do our jobs.
Right. What I tell people is we're no good if we can't get there.
Sure.
If you call and your loved one's having a heart attack and we can't get there, or we get there in the middle of winter and our squad's been off and the defibrillator battery's dead,
Right.
we can't use the defibrillator. But I think it's one of the most important things to remember is it's not a waste if it's going to good use. Frequently, office buildings are left air conditioned and heated every day because that's where people work. And this is where our officers work for 12 hours a day. And it's important to keep the equipment that they need, life-saving and others, up and running.
You mentioned in your blog that years back when you were on the street doing the patrol work, you had your own incident where you missed a few days of work. Tell us about that.
Yeah. What happened was it was a day similar to today. It was in the mid-90s, and in the early 90s, our squad cars weren't as high-tech as they are now. The air conditionings didn't run as well.
Sure.
And so if you'd leave your car run, it would get really warm. So we'd turn the cars off and turn them on and try to stay cool. And I was observing a stolen car for about a half hour to 45 minutes, and my body temperature started to elevate, and I could feel that I was perspiring because we wear bullet-resistant vests.
Sure.
So I got into a high-speed vehicle pursuit. I ended up pursuing the person on foot for about a half to 3/4 of a mile. We ended up getting into a wrestling match, and my body just quit cooling itself. I began to feel nauseated and dizzy, and we ended up calling an ambulance, and I ended up getting hospitalized overnight.
You know, as police officers, it's tough to do your job if you're in a hospital getting treated for heat exhaustion.
Right,
So.
and we don't want officers showing up on calls where they can't do their job because it's too hot. I mean, imagine if you called an officer that's already overheating and he needs to do CPR or he needs to chase somebody that just broke into your house.
Yep.
They're not going to be able to do it.
Well, thanks for helping clarify that issue a little bit today. And you can be found, as you said, on the City of Edina's website with your new blog. And thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
That's Chief of Police Jeff Long, and we'll return to you, Brian.
Thank you, Aaron. Earlier this summer, Officer Mike Seeger and his canine partner Diesel placed 17th overall in the United States Police Canine Association National Detector Trials in Lakeland, Florida. Seeger and Diesel, who have been working together since 2006, competed in 2 narcotic detection events, one in which the pair placed 6th in the nation.
We're having a stellar year this year. Currently, Diesel is certified nationally in narcotics and Police Dog 1, and we also certify every year in tracking with him, so he's an all-around great dog.
Canine officers need to complete a regional certification each year. Those who meet a qualifying score regionally are able to compete nationally. More than 50 police canines from around the country competed in the national competition. On behalf of my co-host, Officer Aaron White, and the rest of the officers of the Edina Police Department, thanks for tuning in to learn a little bit more of what goes on beyond the badge. Until next time, stay safe.
Beyond the Badge is brought to you by the Edina Crime Prevention Fund.